Picture this: 2 a.m., a hotel suite in Islamabad, an American diplomat on one phone, and Iranian general's representative on the other. And the man making both calls possible, Pakistani. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in Dubai, the lights are still on. But 3 days ago, Iranian drones reached Jabal Ali. Not a warning shot, a message. And here's what should keep every Pakistani up at night, like I am at this moment. Every mother whose son sends money from Sharjah, every family whose future is written in dirhams. The UAE and Pakistan are barely speaking. A $1.5 billion debt deadline expires in 48 hours. Visa bans have quietly strangled Pakistani workers for over a year. Deportations are happening that nobody in power will name honestly, that what is the actual reason. And a war is building in the Gulf that could make all of it irrelevant. Here's my argument, and it will upset people on both sides because I'll be brutally honest. The UAE's bitterness toward Pakistan isn't just short sighted, it is a strategic suicide mission. Let's see how did we get there. To understand 2026, we need to feel 1971. Pakistan was the first country on earth to recognize the UAE. Before any other government moved, Islamabad called. A Pakistani pilot flew the first Emirates flight. Pakistani officers literally built the Abu Dhabi Defense Forces for decades. Over a million Pakistani workers weren't just welcomed in the UAE, but actually they were the engine of it, the economic growth. So, what went wrong? It didn't break in one moment, it fractured slowly over last 10 years. First, the money. Pakistan went back to the IMF in 2019, then 2023, then 2024, each time asking Gulf allies for the deposits that kept the program breathing. The UAE paid every time, but each payment arrived with less warmth and more resentment. By 2025, Abu Dhabi's patience with Pakistani's endless cycle of crisis and rescue had run out. Then came the India signal. In 2022, UAE signed a landmark free trade agreement with New Delhi, moving faster with India in months than it had with Pakistan in decades. It wasn't just economics, it was a statement of preference. Abu Dhabi was choosing its future. Islamabad wasn't on the short list. Then the politics get, sour further. Pakistan's deepening embrace of China through CPEC made UAE nervous. A Pakistan that looked increasingly like a Chinese client state didn't fit the strategic picture Abu Dhabi was building around Washington and Tel Aviv. And then the thing that hurt ordinary people most, the deportations. Post 2023, UAE security vetting quietly became a machine for removing Pakistani nationals, officially enhancing screening, but in reality, collective punishment. Thousands were expelled, families broken. The visa pipeline that had sustained Pakistani households for a generation slowly choked, unfortunately. But by 2026, 50 years of brotherhood had been reduced to a debt negotiation and a cold shoulder. But here's the twist. While Abu Dhabi was pushing Islamabad away, the world was shifting in ways that made that decision look very, very costly. Now, I'll talk about the key. Now, UAE can't buy. The UAE made a massive strategic bet. It went all in on the India, Israel, and USA axis. It deepened the Abraham Accords. It signed CEPA with New Delhi. It let American military infrastructure expand on its soil. The logic made sense, at least on paper. Then the March drone strikes happened. And the UAE discovered something that no Iron Dome or no F 35 fighter jet can fully answer. A $500 Iranian drone in sufficient numbers can reach a $500 billion city. Technology has a ceiling, but geography doesn't. Now, here's the cold reality: India has zero leverage in Tehran. All of us know the history, the tensions, the ideological distance. India can't tell the IRGC, Iranian military, and make them stand down. As for Israel, we don't even need to finish that sentence. The United States is currently running the most sensitive Iran negotiations in a generation, and they need a back channel that Tehran will actually pick up. There is exactly one country hosting those talks right now. It shares a 909-kilometer border with Iran. It has the world's second largest Shia population. It has quietly maintained Iran's interest in Washington in its embassy since 1979, a diplomatic lifeline that survived everything. And you know that country? Pakistan, Pakistan. And when the UAE insults Pakistan, it isn't just damaging a relationship, it is demolishing its only exit ramp from a war it cannot win on its own terms. Now I'll talk three steps and no more excuses. This isn't a very complicated thing. Here's what irrational UAE does right now. Number one, diffuse the debt, roll over the $1.5 billion quietly, no conditions, no press release or press conference needed in the contest of $295 billion in sovereign reserves. This is a rounding error. As a gesture of goodwill toward the one country that can help you, it's priceless. Two, restore the human bridge, end the visa restrictions, not as a favor to Pakistan, but as a strategic necessity. A city with 1 million Pakistani workers in a city, Iran calculates very differently before launching strikes. You don't saturate with missiles at a place where you'd kill thousands of citizens from a country currently hosting your peace talks. That workforce isn't just economic value right now, it's a human deterrent. Pick up the phone, stop treating US Central Command as your only security architecture, propose a quiet regional framework, back channel, no fanfare, where Gulf states, Pakistan, and Iranian interlocutors can actually talk. Pakistan has the relationship. UAE has the resources. Together, they have a chance. Now, what's the verdict? The grievances are real on both sides. I agree, and I understand, and you also understand. Pakistan has been an unreliable economic partner. The UAE has treated Pakistani workers as disposable when it suited them, but geopolitics doesn't care about feelings, and wars have a way of burning through pride very quickly. April 23rd is the lone deadline. It might also be the deadline for the UAE's entire security model. The choice is simple: remain an island of wealth waiting for the next drone strike. I wish it doesn't happen. Or call the country that can actually hold the door open with Tehran, not out of history, not out of guilt, out of survival. Is the UAE being strategically blind, or is Pakistan's relevance genuinely finished? Tell me in your comments. This is Neutral Scope. I am Naeem Sidhu. Analysis that matters. Thank you for your time.